no, these are like extra deep couches, so like they sit like really far back.
See that?
Yes.
You kind of get lost in it.
I know. That's the whole point, though. It's so fun.
Hey guys, this is Trevor Smith from the Local Talk Podcast, and today I'm super excited. I got one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Heather. I can't say Chips, but it is.
It's Chips.
It's Chips. So Heather Chips, Heather Townsend, also known for Heather Chips Photography. Mm-hmm. Heather and me have been friends for such a long time.
We really have.
We've experienced some great things creatively, and went to school together. So it's been an awesome run, really, and it's been a long time.
Yeah, it really has.
Well, Heather, tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing now.
Yeah, so I'm Heather Chips, obviously, but Heather Townsend, because I'm married now, but mostly everybody in town knows me as Heather Chips. So I have a photography business that I have grown over the last 10 years. Isn't that crazy to think about?
10 years, it's insane.
This year is my 11th year, actually.
Yeah, like I remember you doing, like Valentine's Day shoots.
I know. And I forced you and Ashley to do those for me, so sorry.
And then now, look at you. 10 years later.
Insane. Now my business has grown up into DC. I literally, for Christmas, well, not Christmas itself, but right around Christmas time, flew out to Colorado to take engagement photos. Awesome. So my business has grown like wildfire over the last 10 years, but in like the best way.
Absolutely.
A very purposeful way.
Sure.
Like I've really narrowed into who my client is, and my experience with that has been just the most growth that I've had. So.
Yeah, and I think what's really cool was like with the growth of your company and everything you've really done in the past 10 years, like you said, I mean, you're still here.
And you're still
I'm
local,
still here. You're still in Halifax County.
I'm still in Halifax. And, people always actually, a lot of my Northern Virginia clients don't know that.
Sure.
Which is wild. Like, I put that on my website. I put that, there's a travel fee. Yeah. However, I fully recognize that most of my business is up there now. So I just kind of incorporate my travel fees into that because I really enjoy being up in that wedding world up there in DC, just because it's a little bit more, I wouldn't say high end necessarily, but there's definitely a lot going on up there wedding industry wise that I just enjoy being a part of, because my ultimate goal is to be published in Brides Magazine or some type of bigger magazine for the most part. But but I'm still in Virginia. But I travel all over. I travel where my work takes me, so I try not to just like keep myself held into one box, but I will always come home to Halifax County. I love Halifax. I do.
It's always home, and I don't think it'll ever change for me, especially. Yeah. And from even like I'll go back to when we went to school together. I think me and you, we kind of progressed through the when we were at the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center together.
Sorry, I was chewing on my ice cube.
I feel like when we were there together, and we had a lot of opportunities that we probably could have went elsewhere, but we still stayed here at home.
Yeah, we did. Both of us definitely did do that. I think for me, like, again, I really, like, I've grown into the DC market and I'm excited about it. I remember when I used to be so scared to even drive, like, to Richmond, and now I'm tackling, like, DC streets, which everybody knows is notoriously just insane up there. But I always, like, really enjoy being able to be home in Halifax, because the work the people here in Halifax have gotten me to where I am today. If it wasn't for my small town, I would not be where I'm at today. But I also love still being here, living here, and coming back to my, a little bit more of like a slower life,
Slows down a little.
Yes, that's why I love Halifax, because I really feel like you get that small town feeling here, and you'll never get that in bigger cities. You just won't.
And it's kind of like, you go down the street or go to the brewery, anywhere, and you run into somebody you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You're not going to know somebody.
I know. It's so fun. Literally, like, I don't think there's ever a day that, like, I don't go anywhere in Halifax and I don't, like, run into somebody that I know, and I just love that. I love enjoying the conversation that you get to have with people that you don't see it super often. Like, I mean, it can be just random people you haven't even seen in a long time, but it's meaningful, and that's such a great connection to have, I think. think. So
for your photography, I mean, are you strictly just doing weddings now? Or?
Yeah, I'm strictly doing weddings. I do offer like mini sessions. So occasionally I'll do more, just like day of, like people book different time slots and whatnot. And I'll do a session like that. Like it's styled normally. And those are a lot of fun, but I learned the very hard way that I had to focus on what I did best and what brought me the most joy, because I'm able to be more creative that way.
Sure.
And the wedding industry is not for the faint of heart, and you can love it all day for the money. The money is great in terms of like being able to, charge more for a solid day. But again, it is not for the faint of heart. I have this saying that I like to say. Yeah. The saying that I came up with, I like to say that it's not for the faint of heart, but for those that have heart. Like you really, truly, when you go into the wedding industry, it will chew you up and spit you out if you don't know what you're doing, and then if you don't have the passion for doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I know we did some weddings together way back when, and then of course I did videography on my own as well. And
which he needs to get back to, you guys.
Maybe we'll talk. We're going to the weddings, we're still talking about the wedding situation.
Yes.
But I remember, it was some really good times, and then there's some really not such good times when it came to, dealing with certain issues with weddings that it just comes with those things.
It's chaos.
It is, and honestly, it's like you can't even get mad at anyone or get frustrated, because that it's the bride's day, and you just you just have to roll with it.
Well, yeah, that's so true. I think on the wedding day, like even if, because I've had wedding days where like, the bride, is just like so stressed out or whatever, and is definitely not in their normal character. They're a little bit more on edge. So I think some of the things they say they don't mean, or the way they talk to you really is what I'm trying to say. And it seems like sometimes you're just like, okay, like whatever. But to me, when I'm on a wedding day, I'm a yes person, because that is a part of the experience when people hire me, is I'm always team you on the wedding day. Like I will literally put myself through hell so that you do not have to worry about your photos or like certain other things. Like I'm not just a photographer on a wedding day. I am so much more than that. I literally like have done things that are not even my job. But I'm a yes person, I'm a team player, and if it helps to get the job done easier, faster, whatever, even if it's like catering, like if they just need help moving something, hey, I got you. But I think that's why I enjoy the wedding industry so much, is because like I like being a part of that, so.
And I think that kind of gives you an edge too. To, people that want your services, because they know what you've done in the past, and like, you're not just a photographer. But it's not just about that. I mean, just your portfolio and your skill set, it really shines.
Well, thank you.
I feel like I
appreciate that.
I feel like, from especially from where you started to today, it's been definitely a lot.
I remember when I used to make you like be my model when I got new lenses.
I do remember that.
So funny. But no, it's all about your personal values and attracting those clients that have those same mindsets, because, at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't value what I value, they're probably not going to give a crap about what I'm doing. And that's just not something I really want to be a part of. So like I said at the beginning of this, I have followed my work where it has taken me, and a lot of my wedding industry stuff, like that has gotten me from, the DC area down through Halifax, down into South Carolina. It's got me there because of word of mouth. I don't really advertise. I don't really pay for ads on like Facebook or anything like that. It truly is because of word of mouth, and I really feel like it's because the people that have valued what I do also in turn around and have friends, family that also value those same things. So I really have enjoyed learning that aspect of this whole business as well, because I always get like-minded clients. So I'm gonna knock on wood, because I really don't remember the last time that I've had like a total like bridezilla client, or a client that like I did not enjoy working with.
Well, I think the brand that you've created for yourself as well, I think it shows, like when these clients are coming to you about their wedding, they know what they're getting,
right?
And I think you've done a phenomenal job branding yourself, because if I was somebody that was, you know, whether it's a wedding or whatnot, you know, I think it's super important to trust that person.
Yeah.
They even show
100%.
You know what I mean?
Like, I am so like into that process that I know which side of the face that my bride wants photographed, or, you know, just like, I also really like am in this fun new space too. Well, not fun new space. I've done this for a very long time, but I'm really trying to hone in on it even more. But just like really getting to know my couples during their engagement photos and stuff, or even just through questionnaires and everything, because literally half of my couples that sign up and book me, they never even met me in real life.
Sure.
Like, that's a testament to what my website does.
Yeah,
you know,
but they feel like they know you.
Yeah,
you know
they feel like
mean?
they know me. And at the end of the day, do I take nice photos? Sure. And I tell people this actually pretty often. Like, I know how to take a nice photo, don't get me wrong, but I don't consider myself like the best of the best.
Sure.
I try to be very humble in that, because there are people out there that are doing what I do a million times way better than what I do. But I really enjoy doing what I do, and I'm always willing to learn. And, you know, I'm never the smartest person in the room. But with that said, you know, with the wedding industry, it has led me into this space where getting to know my couples is what it's all about, you know, and making them feel comfortable. My business isn't really about photography. It's about me.
Yeah.
It's about my ability to make people feel comfortable, because nobody likes taking pictures.
No.
Literally. I don't really know.
Well, the pictures are fun.
Yeah.
But
Even your answer just then sounded not good. You're like, they're fun. No, I get what you mean.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying. It's from the guy's perspective.
Yeah, trust me, I totally get it. It's not fun to do, and I do think that, you know, being an extrovert like I am, it's really easy for me to talk to people. It's really easy for me to make people feel comfortable, and I think when it comes to the biggest day of your life, it's really important to have somebody there that's also doing that, and your hype girl and whatever. Yeah. But that's kind of where my business has really grown into, and I love it. Yeah. But now I'm crazy, and I'm starting a second business.
Yeah, so that's really what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Is you're still doing your thing.
Yeah,
you're out here grinding, but you're also coming back to Halifax with a pretty big bang.
I am. So I decided to be crazy and buy a building in downtown Halifax, and I'm opening up a rental studio and event space. So it's called Atelier, and we are basically trying to turn this space into something that the community can really get behind, my friends, my family, whoever.
Sure.
And we want this space to be really accessible. We want it to be able to have same day bookings, like if you want to have a baby shower, bridal shower, a smaller like wedding, intimate micro wedding type of thing, or even like, you know, I mean, just an intimate dinner. Yeah. You can do that in our event space. Or if you need a studio to record in or take photos in, that's all natural light and beautiful with props and all the things, you have access to that as well. And this space is actually, I'm partnering with a business in Lynchburg who has their mothership, flagship location. It's Atelier as well, but it's in Lynchburg. They do this already, and they do it so well that I decided I wanted in on that. And I've been working over the last probably a year and a half, 2 years, really 2 years since I've been thinking about it. And then over the past year, I was hunting down a building, and I had the hardest time finding one. But, you know, it is what it is.
Well, I think it's really cool that you're bringing new life into a small town like Halifax.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's going to breathe, you know, something fresh and new.
Oh, yeah.
I think the community is all about it.
Oh,
you know,
I honestly, like, I love Halifax so much, and this is why I feel like I'm gonna live here forever, because they're so, you know, I know every town and city and whatever has its quirks and like downfalls, whatever, but ultimately for me at the end of the day, it's all about community, right? And connection and all of that. And, you know, I have always felt like the community has just been so awesome to small businesses, and And for me doing this, it was definitely a leap of faith because, you know, it's scary when you actually have like a brick and mortar location and all of that. And you're kind of like opening yourself up intimately for people to come in and judge what you've done. And that's a little scary too. But I have received nothing but amazing positive feedback with what's coming. So I'm so excited about it. I know Halifax is going to love it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I really think it's going to be great. And I think, you know, when I first saw it, like when you first kind of launched it, I was super excited. I was like,
good.
I don't know what it is. I couldn't figure
I know.
it out.
Trust me, nobody knows how to pronounce the name. It's like Atelier, it's Atelier, Atelier.
Very fancy.
Yes, it's French. Baguette.
Not many people here speak French, but
no,
it's all good. It's all good.
It's a beautiful name, but basically Atelier means artist's workroom.
Correct.
So that's why it's kind of like a cool thing.
Definitely ties itself in for sure. Mm-hmm. But I think it's going to be a great thing, and I'm super excited for you.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
Luckily, I got to go view it the other day.
Yes, you did. Now, you got to see it at its worst.
It's a project.
Yes.
But I think it's definitely something you guys can handle for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's anything crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, like I've really enjoyed the process of learning what this process is all about. Cause like you think, oh hey, like I'm gonna buy a building. No, that's not how that works. No. Like you have a lot of things you have to do before and after, and you know, now with this construction stuff and all of that, like that's a whole nother ball game as well. And then having to meet code requirements and you know all of those things, that's definitely it makes me overwhelmed even like thinking about it, but I try to take it day by day so I don't get so overwhelmed.
Don't get overwhelmed.
I really just try to take it day by day, second by second, step by step.
Don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I'm probably the most overwhelmed person.
Hey, when it's not your thing, you don't get overwhelmed about it. But no, I know what you mean. I'm truly just trying to take it day by day because I'm actually really enjoying learning about all of the things.
For sure.
Because I have no idea what half the things that like I want done entail, you know. So it's interesting talking to the different contractors and whatnot and hearing their ideas and everything. And it just goes to show like when you love your craft and love what you do, you get pretty excited about it. So
and you go back to listen to contractors and things like that. It's like always having an open mind.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes other people have great ideas.
I know. You know? Yeah.
I'm always open to learn something new.
Oh, same. Again, you're never the smartest person in the room.
Never.
Okay,
never.
because
always listen.
Yeah, when you do that, you limit yourself to other ways of thinking.
Correct.
So, and I really enjoy. I might not agree with every little thing everybody has to say or their opinions or political beliefs or whatever, but it's all about respect.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Respect goes a very long way.
Oh yeah.
And especially in business or just in just personality. You know, it's so important nowadays.
Absolutely. It really is. It truly is.
We can make the world a better place by being that way.
Yeah. RESPECT.
Yeah, see?
I teach spin class.
You know,
at the Fit Club.
I've seen that.
Because I'm crazy and like stretch myself thin.
I'm not going to do that. You know? I don't think I can handle it.
I don't think you could handle it.
I appreciate that. I don't think so either.
I would kick your butt.
Probably so.
But I teach spin class on Mondays and Thursdays at 5:45 at the Fit Club in South Boston over in Hups Mill Plaza, and that's at night. And if you're listening to this and want to take it, you should. It actually is a lot of fun, and Trevor, you could do it.
I could probably do it.
Yeah, you just have to take it easy.
Level, I might could do it.
I've gotten to this really wild like point in my spinning journey, which I think a lot of my training when I was running helped with. Like I get to speak while spinning, which is hard to do. Okay, so I could speak like a very normal conversation when I'm like literally pouring sweat now, and that's kind of cool. But it's a lot of fun and another little community thing that I do. You know,
that's cool.
So I love it.
What's an old adventure we had?
Yeah,
we can talk about.
Let's talk about an old adventure. I don't know. We had several.
A lot.
Like while we used to work on. So we both used to be graphic designers at the Higher Education Center, and we worked there for a long time together. It feels like. And at the time, I was building my business, like just starting. I was working at the Higher Ed, and I was also working at Molasses Grill, and balancing all those things. But Trevor and I did a lot of the the graphic design work, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
But eventually both of us just we grew into wanting to do things for ourselves. And I don't know about you, but I took my journey very slowly and very literally. Like, I waited until I literally got slapped in the face, like, to leave a job.
Sure.
Because at some point you do realize that you stretch yourself too thin and you're taking yourself away from your potential and life. Enjoying your life and all of that stuff. So, but adventures we had at the higher ed, I definitely remember forcing you to take a lot of photos while I practiced my photography craft. Do you remember recording in the audio studio?
Yeah.
Those YouTube videos still exist, you guys.
Dude, we might put a link below so you guys can.
I know, you guys should. You can hear me sing.
That was back in the golden days.
Yeah.
But we did some singing. We did did a lot of graphics together.
I also went with you to buy your car that one time.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
And a guitar.
Yeah, and a guitar.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else.
I remember because we went to Chick-fil-A after we bought my guitar. Because we didn't. I don't think we were supposed to have been doing that, but we did it.
Going to get your guitar?
I can't remember why we were in Danville. We were in Danville for something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, I think I think it was like something work related, or no?
I think it was, but we just kind of made a detour.
Yeah, then he bought a guitar. And we got Chick-fil-A, hello. Which is nothing ever wrong with that. But yeah, what did you enjoy about working at the higher ed?
Well, I mean, I think from a professional aspect, I learned. I mean, that's really why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
With graphics and video and marketing in general.
Yeah.
It's because of what I learned. And I'll be honest, I have to give all my gratitude to Ben Capozzi.
Good, Ben Capozzi.
Yeah, Ben, he honestly pretty much set my track in my life.
Yeah.
Because in high school I got stuck into that digital arts class. It was a college credit class, and Ben taught it, and I remember I was like, I'm just going to drop that class, like I'm not going to do this. And then I get in there and I'm like, holy hell, like this is awesome, like this is what I'm supposed to do, and of course Ben Ben's
always such a just speaks just light into you, will make you think you can do anything in the world.
And then we went to New York in high school, and
I don't think I was on that trip.
No,
I think I went like the next year as a chaperone.
It was a different trip. But the year I went was my senior year, and went with a bunch of friends, and of course Ben. But it wasn't even like a sightseeing trip. Like there's stuff in New York today I want to go see. We didn't get to go see it. But like it was strictly a
go see Google headquarters.
Design. Well, we didn't get to do that.
We did.
We got to go see a place called Big Spaceship.
Oh yeah, I don't think we got to see that.
That was a design firm. I think they did a lot of work for like Nike and stuff. We got to go to the Metropolitan Museum. And
that's awesome.
Stuff like that. Just really opened.
Brought you out of Halifax to see what's out there.
Correct, and it also, that art, artists at heart. I got to experience something new, and go out and say, okay, this is what I was supposed to do. Like this is where I was supposed to be at.
Right.
Well, because my senior year, I had no clue what I was.
I'm sure, and I fully am one of those people that don't think you should know what you want to do when you're a senior in high school.
I don't know if anybody technically does. I mean, I feel like we're always evolving and changing minds.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I just finished my bachelor's degree earlier past 2022 in May. I finished my bachelor's degree in psychology, and that is definitely, that's not what I went to school for, like at all. But my ultimate goal is to eventually get this new business up and going, still take on some weddings, but I really want to be a therapist, as wild as that sounds. So, I mean, it's just, I've always felt like I have an ability to be able to talk to people, and people feel comfortable talking to me. And, I mean, this has been throughout my whole life, not just as an adult. And I don't know, I'm very passionate about mental health and all of those things. And
me too. I agree 100%.
So I definitely foresee myself wanting to continue my education, but I have to pause it right now because obviously I can't do everything. But no, I was going to say, with traveling to places like New York and just getting out there and traveling and, you know, learning new experiences and things gives you so much more insight on what's out there in the world, so that you can bring it back to, you know, your hometown and make something happen. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because
all the experiences I've had really the past like 5 years.
Right.
I went to California, I went to Florida.
Oh, that's awesome. Where'd you go in California?
I went to LA. Not a big fan of LA, but
yeah, I've never been to California.
It was an experience.
Yeah.
But I've been to San Diego before too. And San Diego's
that's awesome.
I'd highly recommend San Diego.
Okay.
Definitely different. Two totally different places, like 2 hours apart.
Yeah.
It's definitely, you know, California is cool.
Yeah.
I think Florida's even cooler.
Yeah. I love Florida.
Opinion.
Yeah. Florida's great.
Super laid back.
Yeah.
But, you know, the weather's great for the most part. If you like humidity, it's definitely your spot.
It definitely is. Rob and I went to Key West one time, and that was awesome. I loved Key West, but we didn't really even go to Key West like most people do. We went because we wanted to go to the national park down there. It's called Dry Tortugas.
Okay.
And it is literally like, I can't remember how far off the coast. I want to say we had to ride the ferry for like 2 hours or like an hour and a half off the coast of the Keys, and it was so amazing. It's basically this fort out in the middle of the water, and we just got to explore this fort and go snorkeling and all these things. But it's so cool to go experience other cultures and you know, just the ways of like different living in different places just here in America. And you bring those experiences again back to where you've settled yourself in life. And for us, you know, both it's Halifax, and you know, I think it just broadens our horizons, honestly. You know, it really does, which is super cool because we're able to bring cool things to our generation. By the way, I was looking at generations today because I wanted to know which ones were labeled, and I don't know if this is 100% correct because I literally just saw like an infographic, but the newest generation is called Alpha. How freaking cool is that? Like,
pretty cool.
We're boring millennials, and they're called Alpha.
Okay, in our defense, we saw a lot of life happen.
We did.
In a small amount of time.
We did. My favorite label will always be boomers. I just think boomers is such a fun word. But then you have Gen Z and all of that, and, you know,
Forget about Gen Z.
Yeah.
But we
no offense, Gen Z.
Yeah, no, but for us, I mean, we saw life without cell phones to life with cell phones.
Yes.
And the internet.
Yes.
It's kind of wild to think, but
it is so crazy to think about.
That.
Yeah. What kind of cell phone did you have growing up?
I had an LG flip phone. That was my first ever phone. I think I got it when I was like maybe 15.
Yeah.
But didn't have a camera, didn't do anything. I don't even think I could text anybody.
That is so funny.
I think I could call, but it was only for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I can't remember what kind of cell phone I had. I want to say it was just like some Alltel brand, if anybody remembers that brand.
What's the best cell phone that was ever made?
The Razor.
Thank you. Razor.
I never had one because I was too broke, but
the best phone ever.
Yeah.
I couldn't break it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, literally, like I feel my husband Rob, he had a Razor, and he still talks about how awesome that thing was.
The best phones ever.
That's so funny.
I mean, you never drop a call. You know, it was just it wouldn't break. Like, I swear it wouldn't break.
Yeah.
You take pictures with it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You have some pretty cool. I remember I can literally close my eyes and see like selfies that Rob and I used to take in like the mirror with his Razor, like together.
Like the peace sign.
Yeah, all of those things. Gosh.
The emo days.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I went through those.
Yeah.
We were friends then.
Yeah.
We had art class together.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Who did we have together?
I want to say it was Miss Jones, but I might be wrong.
I can't remember. I really don't. I don't remember a lot of high school, to be honest, because I just feel like I was too busy trying to be and exist as like everything I thought I should be because everybody else was being, that I like just never focused on myself.
I think that's how I was too.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I didn't like school at all. Like I hated school my whole life. But I don't know. I really just like got hung up on stupid stuff when I was in school. And once I got out, I was like, damn, I kind of wish I'd have not done that.
I know. I have the same feeling sometimes. I mean? Yeah. When I started back school to finish my bachelor's degree in psychology, when I had to type my first paper, this is like one of my favorite stories about my life. Only because it's truly so funny, and I just didn't know. But I did school at Liberty University. I did it online, and I had to type my first paper, which I was so nervous about because I had to do it in APA formatting, which I was so used to MLA from school, but I wouldn't even be able to tell you how to do MLA now, let alone back then. I'm sure I knew kind of what I was doing with citations and references and all that. But anyway, so for this class, I had to type like a page and a half paper, no big deal, and do the APA. I had never done it before, so I had no idea what I was doing. Robert read over it, said it looked great. I submitted it. A couple days later, I get my grade back, and it was a 75. So I literally, I already felt like tremendous, just pressure going back to school as like a 30-year-old adult. Sure. Oh, I
don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
And I literally started sobbing, crying. I was so upset. And Robert came over and was like, well, let me look at it. I read your paper. It sounded great. I don't know. And I'm a pretty decent writer. So, I think I get some stupid punctuations and whatnot, kind of wrong, and maybe some grammar, but I'm a pretty big stickler on certain things. So it wasn't that. And I was just freaking out. Turns out Robert looks at it one time and says, Heather, it's a 75 out of 75. So it was 100. I had no idea that's how their grading system was.
Yeah, I'd have been lost.
Yeah, so I was very upset, but then I was very happy, obviously. Yeah. And then I managed to graduate with a 4.0. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. So I really, 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 I don't know why, but I was never a good student in high school, ever, 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 ever. Not even in middle school. I would say not even in elementary school. I had a really hard time focusing, so it was just really hard for me. But hey,
you did it.
Yeah.
4.0.
Yeah. But, I do think that, trade skills and stuff are becoming more popular because of schooling requirements and all of those things. And, I think that that's a really good thing.
I think it's always needed, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think the way that I've seen, especially since COVID, life has really thrown everyone for a loop.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's forcing a lot of people to really try to look inward to themselves to figure out what they want for themselves and not for other people.
Yeah, and I think it really set the bar for, ourselves. And I go back to mental health because, for a long time, I was always chasing it seemed like someone else's dream.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I know what you mean.
But ever since COVID, it's like a switch.
Yeah.
Went off.
Good.
It's like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's time for you to make yourself happy and
heck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think COVID did a lot of good.
Yeah, it definitely had a lot of bad.
A lot of bad.
A lot of bad.
It did a lot of good for that perspective.
Right. And I for me personally, I definitely am in that same mindset right now, more than I've ever been, is doing what I want to do for myself and nobody else, because I feel like I've spent so long in my life kind of doing what you said, doing everything for everybody else, and doing it, not everything, but doing things with the purpose or intent for, making other people happy or whatever. And I was never focusing on what really made me happy. And now I'm doing that. And it definitely gives me much more I don't know, hope in a day, if that makes sense. I just feel more excited every day that I'm just truly doing something for myself. And I think you're doing a great job of doing that as well, especially with your small town company that you're running, with your branding and signage and all of that, and this podcast. I think it's great.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been challenging, but
remember,
it's been fun too.
Yeah, remember, like I said, it's not, and this doesn't belong just to the wedding industry.
Sure.
But truly, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's for those that have heart. And I think when you have a heart, you can really pour that into what your mission is in life. So, yeah.
And I think a big mission for me is what we discussed, bringing our experiences back to where we live, and how we can make our community just a better place.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we have a rock star community, and
I think so too.
I can't wait to have Atelier open and see what happens there, and I can't wait to have you host your podcasts there, because we'll have the studio for it. So much cooler place than just my boring couch.
Hey, the couch is cool.
Yeah.
Guitars.
Yeah. By the way, that guitar was built by my father-in-law.
That's
hand built. Yep.
Pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pretty jealous.
So if anybody needs a guitar built by hand, my father-in-law and my husband do that.
Take them up on that.
You should.
On that.
Well, cool. Well, this has been so fun.
Great. It's been great.
Yeah.
And like I said, thanks everybody for listening today. And also, I really appreciate Heather coming on today. It's been a great conversation.
This has been great.
Absolutely.
Really, it has. I can't wait to be on it again.
Well, feel free to check Heather out if you haven't. You can find her on social media. Her website is heatherchipsphotography.com.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes I think about changing it just to heatherchips.com, just so I can have like a blanketed something on there. But then
you can always get the domain just to have it.
Maybe. Hopefully nobody else has taken it. Nobody take it if you're listening to this.
Don't be that guy.
I know.
Be that guy.
I do remember back when I had Instagram, it was Heather Chips. Like I mean, I have Instagram now, but I'm saying like when I first started it, I had it as @Heather Chips, and that is gone now. Because I've thought about going back to that, but oh well.
Too late.
Anyway,
it's too late.
But yeah, you can find me on Instagram @Heather Chips Photography. You can also find my personal Instagram @It's Heather Chips, and then Atelier is at Atelier Halifax. So yes, I run 3 Instagrams. I'm crazy.
And you can find me at Small Town Design Co. It's on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So feel free to check us out. And thanks you guys for listening. Until next time, stay creative.
Thanks, guys.